And my tip is a literal one of don't use the tip. Okay, this is actually the nozzle and this is the tip, but hear me out. We are flux core only welding. This is a nozzle to direct your gas flow over the weld. You don't even have to worry or think about that with flux core welding. And what this gets you is a better visibility of actually seeing what you're welding, especially if you're doing fillet welds on a T-joint. You're trying to move your head all around trying to see. Take these off, you'll thank me later. This was a game changer when I found out about it. Anti-spatter spray. A quick little spray before you weld, and then all of the spatter balls will just roll right off. And likewise for your tip, there is nozzle gel. A quick little dip every once in a while, and you're set. Stick time. First issue I ever had was actually just even striking the arc. And regardless of how stable I'm holding my arm, there's always a movement out here. So one thing to help stabilize is you just hold the end of the rod while you're striking. This not only keeps it steady, but you can also help use it to strike and get that arc going. Second issue would be once I strike an arc, I'm nowhere near where I actually wanted to start. So this allows you to get right up close to where you want to, which you will actually want to start ever so slightly behind, and you'll pull through over where you want to weld, get that arc going, and then you dive in and you can actually just go back ever so slightly, and that takes care of where you want to start. Also, you'll be going over that strike mark, which if you want to become a pro, you got to learn to do that, because if you have strike marks all over your piece, it will fail. Every single TIG torch I've gotten comes with a package of these longer ceramic cups. And they're always the smaller 4, 5, and 6 size. So my tip is to skip that and go with a stubby gas lens kit. A stubby kit gets you a lot more control, just as you can imagine writing with a pencil or pen. You don't have it sticking all the way back. You have better control, better handwriting, which you get a lot more precise welds. And this one's twofold again. You can get into tighter spaces, but let's say you have a really awkward situation where it's just up in there. Well, get what is called a flex head, one where you can actually move the head of the TIG torch different places. Really, you can get into any type of situation with a flex head and a stubby kit. When you want to step up to MIG, I always give these two tips to everyone. First is a money saver. Get 100% CO2 as your welding MIG gas. And if you want even a more bonus, get the aluminum bottle. They're lighter, easy to work with, and about 1/3 of the cost. CO2 works just as well, and you will not be able to tell the difference between that and a mixed gas. The second tip is be consistent. Now, I know you've seen the whole Reels, TikTok videos of all those beautiful patterns of stack of dimes, and you don't need to worry about that. There's way too many other things to think about when you're welding, as in your stick out, your angle, your speed, and yet to throw on a pattern on top of that, whether it be cursive C's or curly Q's, whatever it is, you don't need it when you're first starting out. Try to keep a stable, consistent speed, and a weld like that is perfectly acceptable, if not even better, than one with a pattern. And all of this is for nothing unless you like and subscribe. Just kidding. Unless you practice. So get out there and start welding. Okay, I know I'll get some backlash, so let me just explain this to you. If you have a true flux core machine only, meaning you cannot hook gas up to it ever, then you could actually do without this nozzle. You can throw it away like the Chicago Electric from Harbor Freight, the 125. Chicago Electric. But that one comes with this nozzle. You'll never need it, or throw it in your stockpile. The only time you would want to use that is if you do have a MIG gun and a MIG welder, and you'll want to eventually step it up. You can tell it's a MIG gun if there are some holes around the tip, and that is to allow that gas flow out. So if you're flux core, even though you're not using those holes, you do want to protect those, and they've come up with this genius idea. Really all it is just a little plastic cover. It's kind of a hard plastic, might be ceramic, don't know. You stick these on, and these will protect those gas holes. Gas holes. And of course, you need to get out there and practice.